Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a ranking of all 10 films nominated for Best Picture at this year's Oscars. So, this is the 10 2025 films nominated for Best Picture at the 2026 Oscars. I'm excited to talk about this. I've watched all these films. This is the first time, ever that I'd watched most of the Oscar nominated films before the nominations were announced. I mean, last year they announced nominations for Best Picture. I'd only seen Dune and Wicked. This year I had seen 9 of them when they announced nominations. So, that's very cool. It's a very good bunch of films, probably the best we've had in a couple of years, and I'm excited to talk about them. Non-spoiler ranking if you've not seen any of these movies, and they're all great. So even if something is low, it is still a great movie. But without further ado, let's get into things. At number 10 is The Secret Agent. This is a Brazilian film set across different periods in the 1970s during the dictatorship, starring Wagner Moura as a man on the run from the government. I think this one, there's a lot of good about it. There's some strong emotions, and of course an incredible lead performance by Wagner Moura that's very subtle in its kind of deep sadness, but it has its lighter moments. There's a great cast of side characters that are all very memorable. It is beautifully shot, great music, one of the best opening scenes of the year, very tense, and there's some great tense moments. One of my favorite split diopter shots of the year. But I think the movie is very long, and it kind of takes a while before it shows all of its hands to you. It kind of keeps a secret of what are these people doing? Why are they on the run? What's kind of going on with them? And by the time it kind of takes its time to reveal that, and by the time it does reveal that, it doesn't kind of hold as much as weight as you'd want it to. So it kind of took me a while to kind of get invested into the movie. And by the time they do reveal, okay, here's everything that's going on, it's like, okay, that's not as excited as you made it out to be. I don't know. It's maybe a movie where I went in with different expectations than what I got, and I'd like to watch it again. But there is still a lot to love about it. I would still consider it a good movie. There's some very weird stuff with a leg that I think is great. But yeah, Wagner Moura is incredible, visuals incredible, and it makes me want to learn a lot more about the time period, even if I wasn't as hooked by it as I would have loved. But it's still very good. Number 9 is Bugonia. I've talked about this in a past review, so you can go watch that. But I think this is a strong film from Yorgos Lanthimos. I think it's got some good dialogue, some great conversations between, of course, the terrific Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, whole great rest of the cast, and it's well shot, and there's a lot of interesting themes about conspiracy theories. I just think, I don't know, I think the movie is kind of messy in some areas. There's a couple of loose threads that I feel like could have been trimmed earlier. And the ending I'm still kind of mixed on. There's a lot I like about it, but a lot where I'm not sure if it totally services the film's theme. But it's very enjoyable, great two leads, and it's a great kind of dark comedy at points, and that really works for me. At number 8, we have F1 the movie. Now, this is by far the least interesting movie on this list in a lot of ways, but it is very thrilling. It's got great car chases. It's got a very simple, getting back in the game hero kind of story with Brad Pitt's character. Great Hans Zimmer musical score. Great racing sequences. Just a thrilling, fun popcorn movie. You can also watch my review for that on my channel. It's not the best movie of all time, but it's very entertaining. And number 7, and every movie up here I would consider just some kind of level of amazing. Number 7 is Train Dreams, a kind of melancholic mood piece almost about a logger in the early 19th century going through life and kind of re-experiencing feelings that he thought he'd lost. It can be very sad, it can be very happy, kind of very tragic at times film, but it's beautifully shot, one of the best bits of cinematography of the year. Joel Edgerton is a great lead, and it's a shorter movie, so you can just sit down for an hour and a half and just kind of take in the feelings, and it's very emotional, very strong. Joel Edgerton's amazing. It's by Clint Bentley, did a great job. Really, really powerful movie. Number 5 and 6 are pretty interchangeable, but this is about how I'm feeling right now. Number 6 is Sentimental Value, a great Norwegian film starred by Joachim Trier, starring Renate Ronsve, Inga Ipsdottir Lilleas, Elle Fanning, Stellan Skarsgård. Sorry if I butchered any of those. About this father who's a movie director attempting to reconnect with his estranged daughters with the only way he knows how, filmmaking, and kind of how that tears them apart, brings them back together, all that stuff. It's very powerful. Great dialogue, really unique concept. Of course, those core 4 that I mentioned, incredible performances across the board. They were all nominated, and it's so deserved. And it's a really interesting way to show, kind of in a contrast to Fabelmans, where Fabelmans kind of shows how art can tear a family apart. This kind of shows how art can kind of bring a family back together. Some great dialogue, some great emotional scenes, really compelling, one of the best of the year. Definitely check it out. Number 5, we have Frankenstein. Now, I really enjoyed this book, and this is a great adaptation. Beautiful cinematography and production design and prosthetics and hair and makeup and costumes, and just the way they bring this world to life is incredible. Jacob Elordi is so good as the creature. Whole rest of the cast is really good too. And it's just so vast and big and beautifully shot, and just it's this incredible world. But they take all the core concept of the story and they stick to it. It's very emotional. The first half is cool with, you know, the science and seeing more of Victor Frankenstein, but the second half, as we spend more time in the creature, is much better. Not that the first half is bad, the first half is still great, but the second half is so amazing because it's very emotional, and seeing the creature connect with the world is very compelling and very, very good. At number 4, we have Hamnet. Incredibly emotional and heartbreaking and tragic, and culminating in one of the most just gut-wrenchingly powerful final scenes of the year. This film about William Shakespeare and his wife, Agnes, early in his career and early in their relationship, dealing with their family and loss and all these things. It brings this time period to life so well. It has an amazing musical score. It's just so well done. Paul Mescal is great. The child cast, especially Jacoby Jupe, is so good. But of course, the real star here is Jessie Buckley, who is incredible. One of the best of the decade performances. She brings such raw agony and emotion to this role. It is insanely good. She is so good in this movie. At number 3, we have Marty Supreme, tense and thrilling and captivating, led by an incredible Timothée Chalamet as a character that you love to hate. This 1950s kind of ping-pong film, kind of comedy, kind of drama, but very tense all the way through. Keeps you on the edge of your seat. I adored it. I love what it had to say about ambition and drive and what one does for their purpose in life. I think is incredibly well done. It builds up to a emotionally complex but very satisfying conclusion. Great supporting cast, great all the way through. Good work by Josh Safdie. Of course, the real star, Timothée Chalamet. He is in basically every scene of this movie, and he is outstanding. It's so good. The top 2 films on this list are incredibly interchangeable. I could go with either of them, but I think I'm pretty confident with this at the moment. We'll see. At number 2, we have One Battle After Another. Paul Thomas Anderson's action, stoner, comedy, drama, road trip, thriller is so good, and it has such potent things to say about the world we live in today. It has an incredible cast. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Chase Infinity, Teyana Taylor, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall. All 6 of them are giving grade A, 10 out of 10 performances. It is hilarious. It is thrilling. It has some of the most unique action chase sequences of the year. That car chase is insane. It has such a long runtime, but it was so entertained all the way through. My only criticism is I think they could have dropped the title card at a better time, but it is such an immersive experience. It is laugh out loud funny. It is emotional. It is so good. Just a great film about fighting for what you is right, and how no matter what happens, the children of the future, the young will keep the movement going. I don't know. It's great. It's great. But at number 1, my favorite Best Picture nominee of the year, probably the best film of the year, taking outside my Superman bias, you got to go Sinners. It is this incredible historical horror drama about music and culture and vampires. It is amazing, outstanding cast, one of the best, probably the best ensemble of the year. Michael B. Jordan, Miles Caton, Wunmi Mosaku, Delroy Lindo, Jack O'Connell, Haley Steinfeld, and so many more. Oh my gosh. And the musical score, the cinematography, the action, the thrills, the post-credit scenes. It is incredible. Ryan Coogler did such a phenomenal job. This is easily the best movie of the year for me in that regard, and I love Sinners. Even if it doesn't win Best Picture, which it could very well be, or One Battle After Another, it is a great year for movies, a great year for Oscar nominees, and I'm just so happy to be in a place where cinema is doing so great. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching, and tune in later this week, or probably next week, for delayed reviews of the Invincible Season 2, or Invincible Season 4 premiere, and my Project Hail Mary review. Hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you all then. Bye for now.